Hello everyone, my name is Ansar Baloch and today I would like to tell you about IELTS speaking part. As you know, in IELTS we have three parts. In IELTS we have part 1, part 2 and part 3. Basically, whenever you are supposed to go for the IELTS, so first of all you will come across with your speaking test. So speaking test is depend on you. You can take on the same day of LRW and it's up to you. You can have on a different day, and most probably mostly my student, they would like to prefer for the different day. So basically speaking is a 11 to 14 minute activity according to the Cambridge rule and instruction. So basically speaking part is divided into three parts: part 1, part 2 and part 3, as I mentioned earlier. So let's talk about part 1. So part 1 is basically your introduction. In this part, examiner would like to ask you some question related to you. Like first of all, examiner asks you what's your full name and you are supposed to provide your name. And secondly, examiner would like to ask you like where you from. It's depend on you, like you can describe your city, your hometown and something else. And thirdly, the third thing that you need to describe is like your study, like whether you work or you study. Now it's up to you. You can describe like I'm doing studies or I'm doing work. It's up to you. So basically in 1 and like half minute he would like to ask you about the basic question about yourself. Then examiner asks you some question related to your family, your studies, your hometown and something else. Like examiner can ask you about historical places, examiner can ask you about beach. If you see at the back side, I have also a beach. So examiner can ask you any question related to yourself. So let's talk about some question, like the format of the question. Like if he would like to ask you about the beach, as you know at the back side of me there is a beach. So he would like to ask you, do you like beach? So you can say that yes, I would like to beach. Most of the time on the weekend I would like to go for the beach. So basically you need to provide 40 to like 50-second answer. So the answer should be in like very generic way. So you can give like 4 to 5 liner answer. So what is the sequence of the answer? Especially for the answer, first of all you need to provide the direct answer. Like as I mentioned earlier, first of all you need to describe like yes, I like beach, and thereafter you need to describe it, like you need to explain it by providing the reason. Like you can start with because. You can say that because I most of the time I would like to on the beach. So then you can also provide the conclusion, and of course you also need to provide some example. So when it's come to the speaking criteria, I mean like if you are supposed to have a good band score in your speaking, so there are 4 things that you need to keep in mind. The first thing is your fluency. Like examiner will see whether you are quite fluent or not, and whether you are taking pauses or not, whether you are like confident to speak. So there are 2 and 3 things that you need to keep in mind while it's come to the fluency. The second thing that you need to keep in mind is your vocabulary. So examiner will see whether it's part 1, whether it's part 2 or part 3 of speaking. So in speaking, examiner see your vocabulary, like whether you are using difficult word and synonym of word or whether you are just repeating the word. The third thing is your grammatical range and accuracy. So of course examiner would like to check your grammar, like whether you are using simple sentences, compound sentences or complex sentences. And lastly, number 4, examiner see your pronunciation. Like examiner will see whether you are using good pronunciation, like whether you are taking pauses or not. And of course intonation. In intonation you just need to describe your feeling, your desire. Like you can say that, oh really, I love it, I adore it. Or you can say that yes, sometime I like, and no, something like that. So you need to describe your feeling. So this was all about part 1. In next video I would like to give you some model answer related to part 1. So if you have any question related to part 1, you can just ask me in the comment. Thank you so much.